The PP ain't behaving nice right now in Guyana. We're currently living in a dictatorship. When is it Azadine Mohammed, Darwin Bess, David Patterson, Simona Brooms, Amanza Waltron, and Aubrey Norton or Terence Campbell? Forgive me. I know how the dynamic. Odessa just correct me that technically, Terence Campbell is not. Well, I don't know, but whichever what slash. When is it yourself, Azadine Mohammed, Doreen Bess, the Honorable David Patterson, Aubrey Norton, Simona Brooms, and Amanza Waldron are going to come to the round table to discuss a way forward and representing Guyanese, the Guyanese that voted for y'all, how much ever people, when are y'all going to decide on meeting at the round table and having this discussion?
We can meet anytime.
So you're available at any time?
Yeah.
So you hear, the opposition leader said he is available at every time. So Honorable David Patterson, Darwin Bess, Simona Brooms, Terence Campbell, Aubrey Norton, he said he's available to meet at any time.
Well, now I pray for this world to be a better place. Living in love, one people, one race. Stop all your killing, all your bloodshedding. Accept love, my brothers and sisters, cause in this world of hate, there is poverty, shame and disgrace. There'll be no more existence of the human race if we don't cool down our haste. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Why, yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, I'm fed up with the oppositions and all of the small parties. Look, we came from 2025, why into 2026? And the Guyanese people can't see no unity. You guys have to come together in one harmony. You can have a minority to win a majority, or to beat the PPP. The poorer class of Guyanese people are going through brutality. Just because you guys don't have no unity, I am calling on the wind. AP Henu, Simonia Brooms, Amanza, and all other small parties. The Guyanese people are calling on guys to have some unity. That's the only way the poor people and Guyanese could be free in this country. Ooh. You guys really, really, really need unity. Ooh. Unity. The poor people can't take it no more. They just need to be free. The other small parties and position, please, please, can you guys see? Remove your egos so the poor people can see and feel free in this country we call GT. Oh yeah, because it look like they're going all back into slavery. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You guys need unity. Ooh. Unity. Unity.
Don't come to the public need and tell them that this is unity and we're together and we want to win election done. You're gone there broken away and fighting away there. All those things is destroying on the fabric and the minds of the electorate, not just from a party standpoint. When people cannot see real unity and people trust, all right, this is what I want, right? This is what I want. But like I mentioned, and I'm going to say it again, I think something is working. It is boiling. I like it. The mere fact that persons from the opposition, if we reach back to the next elections, whether who ain't started yet or not, I believe, and I'm looking forward to, that there will be more consultation, more meeting, and start to working together. When you start to work together, you have a relationship, you have principles is established, trust is established, because we got trust issues and all of that in Guyana. You understand what I mean? And so then the public and the voters will see that. It mustn't come at a pretend today, oh, we can come and we sign a contract to the public, election time, hot and sweaty. I am not going to run to that. We must be working together and building on that. So what am I saying? I see a light in the tunnel and I like it. I am only looking forward to it getting brighter and brighter. That is all I would say, and I rest the case. I am one that is willing and ready. Anytime, bring all the leaders. Don't bring the spokespersons. Bring all the leaders to the table, whether to talk, whether social media, right? Or any person. Bring them to the table and be ready to talk. And like I said at the lunch that I had at my home, once is for truth and honesty, because a lot of leaders just meet, talk, and go lie to the public. I am not a part of that. But I put it out there clear. Once it's truth and the honesty, listen, I am there. But all the jiggery poggeries and so on, I ain't gonna be a part of. Yes, Lauren.
And this is a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a regular Guyanese looking on, right? That is saying, man, we hearing this for so long, we want to see actions. What in the world could be stopping the opposition leaders from coming together and presenting a united front so all the supporters can be motivated to say, yeah, from now we're rushing straight into the next election? Or what could stop them from saying, we're coming? So even the people that didn't vote would be motivated to say, yo, we got to vote the next time. This is an opportunity to remove dictatorship, if that's the case or whatever. What can be done to show the normal man that it's not just talks like we've been hearing all the time? There's a real change that is coming about.
Well,
Let me hold on, Mama Brooms. Let me answer Lauren.
mm-hmm.
Lauren, Guyanese now bent on it's a bidding. So if me is a political leader, and the only way they look out for every political leader to come to the neighborhood to make them the biggest and the higher promise. So all of them bent now on if you come and you say, hey, come, campaign with me, vote for me, I'm gonna give $50,000. They support you. They do that. And that's what happening in Guyana right now as we speak. I am telling you.
But
But is
Judge,
that not called
but Judge, let
campaigning?
me answer Lorette. Lorette, you come and you fashion the question in a little slight different way.
What is stopping all the
Excuse
opposition leaders from coming
and
together?
it's
So it
honest.
simply means what he's asking, we're
And
stopping Bruce, we're stopping Amanza, we're stopping Mohammed, we're
listen,
stopping Terence Campbell. Who else? We're stopping
I,
the opposition leader, these four leaders or these five opposition leaders. We're stopping Patterson. We're stopping these five opposition leaders from coming together. When can we see Brooms, Amanza, Mohammed, Patterson, and who's the next? And Terence Campbell? When can we see them presenting in United Fronts? When can we get them to meet?
well, like I said before, and it's the same question coming back. I can't speak for Win. I can't speak because I'd read in the papers where Patterson, the AFG, coaching or something with Win and all of that. Listen, I don't know what is going on behind with other persons, but what I've said, and I mentioned it earlier, even with this situation here, for them to be a more coming together, and it must not be coming together for a photo op. It must be with truth and honesty and the going down apart, because we have seen a lot of coming together, Lauren. And
So
when we
Brooms,
if we
so
meet,
Brooms, here now. Brooms here now.
uh-huh.
Isaac, y'all. This, we get what 1.8 people on this live. They say what you gonna do now? I gonna call Izunu, Amanza, Mohammed,
Can't remember Parliament's primal.
who else? Who no, we want the
So
leader.
listen, with all due
Okay,
respect to the
okay.
general secretary, the general,
Mhm.
general secretary and Melissa is right. Melissa is saying
Call them.
Al Mohammed. No.
I'm calling the
Call,
leaders. The leaders. We're gonna
call.
get to the general secretary and the prime minister candidate and all of them later. Right now, I'm talking about the lead. I'm gonna put all of them now on a phone call today Sunday. They can't tell me they're working. No, the home with the family. All of them could come on Darwin. Somebody said V Park Darwin best. Everybody coming on a call now. Let me see if I can get everybody on one call. Right?
Well, yeah, run the rhythm there, Judge.
This is
Listen,
how the story this
Oh,
goes.
I just end
Fast
up.
and nasty.
and Judge Melly Mel.
Oh, I just end
Sorry,
up in
I
this.
want to say that there's precedent of this.
Cause
Hold me. And when we come into the public, and I know what the public looking for, and I'm agreeing to it, but I'm also, you got called VPAC to somebody saying you're right.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Not a part of Forward Guyana anymore. I don't know. They signed a contract, but I don't know. So you got yes,
All right, good morning, Amanza. But before I say anything, Amanza, let me, I'm just letting you know that I'm here live. So I'm putting you on speaker. I don't want to yeah, no, we are myself, Brooms, Mark Benchop, Lauren Stewart, a group of us are live. So the question they wanted to ask, why is it all the opposition leaders are not coming together? Right? So I say we can't, well, Brooms is here. She has helped US Forward Guyana movement. Azadine Mohammed is Win. Who else? I said Patterson, but I don't have Patterson number.
Okay.
So I'm saying oh yeah, actually I have Patterson number, sorry.
you know, my subject
Um
questions.
so I'm saying I can't answer those questions for all these opposition leaders or so. Only they can answer why is it the election is finished and nobody's coming together to have a conversation about whatever is happening. David Patterson, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Before you say anything, I'm just letting you know that I am live on Facebook right now, and we were having a discussion about the opposition leader. I know that you're currently the opposition leader for AFC, and Amanda's on the call. Simona Brooms is here. She has helped. I'm going to try to get the Win Mohammed from Win, and who else I'm missing?
Terrence Campbell.
Terrence Campbell. Let me get Terrence. Because the people want to know why is it? Because we can't look we are very concerned about what is happening, what the PPP is doing. These people are operating. They are not consulting with anybody, any parliamentarian, any opposition leader. The PPP is currently doing what I feel as though we're living in a dictatorship, and the people want to know why is it all the opposition leader are not coming together and condemning, getting together and working together as to what is going on, what is happening.
Melissa, hey, so you sort of caught me on the fly.
Okay.
And it's a busy morning, but I'll say something very briefly and then I'll jump off of the call. I want to state for the absolute record.
Terrence Campbell just joined the call.
Yeah, please tell everybody.
I'll speak after I'm done. But
okay, no problem.
For the record, because I do have to get off of the call. I just pulled it up on my system here. I'm going to read a letter that I sent to both Azruddin Mohammed and Dr. Terrence Campbell. The letter reads this.
Okay, but Amanda, before you got to the letter, you send the letter to Azruddin Mohammed and Terrence Campbell. So you didn't send it to David Patterson or Simona Brooms or
I sent it to the opposition parties in Parliament because it is a proposed framework for opposition cooperation in the 13th Parliament.
Okay.
That is what the title of it is. And it says, dear colleagues, further to my letter of September 25th, 29, 2025, and in light of the announced commencement date of the 13th Parliament, I write again to emphasize the urgency of convening a meeting among the opposition parties to discuss how we might structure cooperation in the National Assembly. This Parliament presents a unique moment in our democratic history, with the government holding an outright majority. The effectiveness of the opposition in safeguarding constitutional norms, exercising oversight, and engaging meaningfully with the public depends on our ability to coordinate where possible while maintaining the independence of each party. To facilitate this discussion, I'm pleased to attach a proposed framework for parliamentary cooperation, drafted for consideration by all signatory parties. The framework outlines practical mechanisms for consultation, coordination of parliamentary activity, and engagement on areas of expertise, while explicitly preserving each party's full freedom to express its own views in Parliament and engage with the public independently. I propose that we meet at the earliest possible convenience to review the framework, exchange perspective, and agree on next steps. Given the immediacy of Parliament business, early engagement will allow us to demonstrate to the Guyanese people that the opposition is capable of organized, principled, and effective collaboration. I look forward to your response and to convening this important discussion. My office stands ready to coordinate a mutually convenient time and venue for the meeting. That was sent via email. Attached to it was an opposition framework for collaboration in the 13th Parliament. So I wanted to be very, very clear where Forward Guyana movement stands. We have done that. So this issue of not collaborating and not
No, but Amanda, but somebody raised the point and said you send the letter only to Parliament, the head of the parties that are currently sitting in Parliament. Like said, but don't you think you need the other parties too outside of Parliament to work along with?
Melissa, we need everybody to work along. But at the end of the day, there are parties represented in Parliament, and certainly we must be the ones setting the example.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not a question of exclusion. This is a question of what has to take priority. And if you're in Parliament, then you're expected to be able to function in a coordinated manner in the National Assembly.
Mm-hmm.
And that has been our position all along. We have called for the appointment of the opposition leader. I think we've been very, very clear about what our position is in Region 10. So I hope that this is clear for all and sundry where our position is and where we lie. Now, you called me.
Okay. I know you said you have to go. You're getting on a flight. Yeah.
Yes. Actually in transit. So happy to take the call, happy to clear that up. We wrote twice, we've proposed an MOU. We still are ready and waiting and able to meet to speak with everyone. We have serious matters to discuss. We have committees that have to be convened. We have sectoral committees that have to be convened.
So you're making it clear that Forward Guyana is ready to meet?
Since October 24th, we wrote first on September 29th before they called Parliament.
Mm-hmm.
And we wrote again on October 24th.
Mm-hmm.
And not only did we write, we sent a framework identifying how do we select people for committees, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to be very, very clear where we stand. So please, whenever, they're ready to meet, we are ready to speak because we have the interest of the people of Guyana at heart. I'm not into the games. I have no time for the games. Let us get to work for the people of Guyana. No, I got to jump, guys.
All right.
Thank you for bringing this
so
tonight.
We heard,
appreciate y'all.
Thank you very much, Amanda. I know it was impromptu. I didn't warn you. I didn't say nothing. It's just that we're a heads up. I know. And just let me make it clear. Nobody on this call I give a heads up. Doreen Best is here. Honorable Patterson is here. Terrence Campbell is here. Simona Brooms is on the live. I'm trying to get Mohammed here on the live because I don't want to talk to no secretary, no part. I want to talk to the leaders of these party, these small party, the opposition leader. I want to talk to the leaders because I want to hear from them. All right, Amanda. Thank you.
So Melly,
mm-hmm. Simona?
No, I like that to see Laurette clapping, but Laurette, it is clarified, even in Forwards Guyana's letter and explanation, that it is not when you talk about the people who want to see all the opposition and y'all pull in the ALP, that you're clapping, that it is only who sit in Parliament should be really meeting and to discuss. And I want to point out on that. Well, that might be.
And I want to make this clear too. I do not think that only parliamentarians that are sitting in Parliament should meet to discuss on a way forward. I personally believe all small party that contested the election, this include Forward Guyana Movement, this include ALP, this include AFC, this include APNU Coalition. I personally feel that all opposition leaders, whether they made it to Parliament or not, should be reached out to on a meeting.
Exactly. And listen to this. May I add, Lauren? And I want
Good morning. Honorable Patson, just let Simona finish one thing and then you can take over.
Lauren, just
Simona,
up for the public and to make sure that it's clear because I'm coming in honesty. Remember, at the last elections, while AFC did make it to Parliament and ALP, it was other votes, people who didn't even vote for Forward Guyana. It is the extra vote that got them in there. So it is saying the voice of each and every player at the last election should be equally important.
Should be equally important. I agree with you. Honorable David Patterson, over to you.
Look, good morning, everyone, and like everyone else on this call, well, maybe not Simona. Bit of a surprise, but it's not unwelcome.
I am very sorry. I didn't give anybody a so I'm just saying. So let me just give everybody a run. I'm on a live with Simona Brooms and we're talking about everything that is happening again. And we're talking about the PP operating as though there's no opposition. They're not consulting with the opposition leader. They haven't even sworn in the opposition leader. Apart from that, we're talking about what have been going on, what they have been doing. Why is it that everybody's just laid back and okay with what the PPP is doing? Why are we not seeing peaceful? We don't have to be anything. Why are we not seeing peaceful protests? Why are we not calling on international communities? Why our leaders are not meeting and saying we are currently living in a dictatorship and we can no longer move forward like this? What is happening? Why is nobody, people are saying, why is nobody representing what is happening and what is going on? All the leaders just lay back, and I see Mohammed, and we want to know, why is it that all the leaders for these political party cannot come together, get on a call, organize a meeting, and decide on a way forward and how they're going to deal with what is currently happening in Guyana? Because there's only so much myself and others could do. We could write 1,000,001 Facebook posts and Langston and this and that. But clearly this government, the people has shown us, they don't care. They're doing what they want to do. Y'all do what y'all want to do about it. So what y'all going to do about it?
All right. Thank you very much. Right. So, what I wanted to say, I mean, I've heard you clearly, and I agree with you, though, that there's strength in unity. However, I differ slightly, because I don't think it's the only political parties. I think all of us, all of us need to be involved. Take all civil society as well. You know what I mean? So just simply calling on the political parties to unite and be, you know what I mean, cohesive and present a united front is not enough. You mean? And let me say this.
Oh, you said that is not enough? You're saying that is not enough?
The political parties alone. Just calling on a political party, that's a start, maybe.
But at least it's a start. But why are y'all not even getting to the start? We want at least y'all to get to the start and then tell us, the people, y'all are our leaders. We voted for y'all. We just look up to y'all. Y'all get to the starting line and then tell Melly Mel and tell the people what is it that y'all require from us. We can only lend support. Y'all get to the starting line and then come and filter down and tell we, well, Melly, this is what we want from you. This is what we want from the people. Then tell us what you need. But we need y'all to at least get to the starting line. At least get to the start. If that is the start, then can we get to the start?
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to talk, because obviously you're talking more than most.
Sorry.
You're asking us questions and telling us the answers as well. Look, for the record, let me say it all to me. What Manza did is sensible. There's nothing wrong with that. There's several phases and layers in representation for the opposition, and Manza is probably looking at the parliamentary level as well. Only, but that's just one level, one layer. Obviously, what Melly and you were talking about, that we should have discussions, we should speak, we should have a concerted plan. Persons have to put it aside. I mean, as you can see, one of the issues that we have is a question of egos. You know what I mean? When persons, when we start saying, oh, I represent this, I represent that, I represent the party, and we're in parliament or this. I think that's one of the hindrances that we have. I think that it's about time, you're right, that we all sit down and say, listen to me, don't forget about leadership. Leadership and those things will emerge and come out. I mean, or even if you want to identify and talk about within a movement or within a collective opposition thing, let us talk about effectiveness. Let's just speak about how can we be better at doing what we want to do for the country. But it's a question of us, all of us, putting aside our egos, putting aside our previous, what should I say, our previous issues which we may or may not have, and looking at the big picture.
So
You know what I mean?
are you willing? So you're saying that you're willing to?
We've always the name changes. It's exactly the alliance and changes exactly that. So you must be able to sit down and have a discussion. And literally the discussion is what can we do together? Unfortunately, when people meet, they end up talking who will lead this, who will talk on this, as opposed to what is needed. And you're right, it's very, very simple. What is needed is everybody. We examine the problem. We say, these are the areas which I am capable of handling. You, I will handle that, and we report back, and we will do joint activities, etc. But it's just a question of us. What should I say? Deciding that we want to move forward collectively, and maybe 2026 may be the year. Who knows?
Okay, that was for those of you on the live. Who that's the leader of the AFC. That's the Honorable David Patterson. Terrence Campbell, you're here on the live. Good morning. Sorry for not giving you the heads up. Terrence, hello.
It's muted.
Hi,
Good morning, Terrence.
I joined the call, and basically I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody who is listening. I heard Amanza, and she spoke about the parliamentary parties getting together. But as the reality is, nothing is happening in Parliament. And I believe the question you're asking is how can we force the PPP to follow the Constitution? I am all for engaging with, and mind you, I speak in here, and personally, I can't speak. I'm not the political leader of the PNC or the APNU. But I'm all for engaging on the issues at hand, which is how do we hold the PPP accountable? And that is not limited to Parliament because there has been no Parliament. So even if we had sat down with Amanza and discussed all of the committees and everything that she is raised in her letter, it would have been for naught because there has been no Parliament. I lean towards David's point that it should be the discussion at this point in terms of holding the PPP accountable has got to be broader than just parliamentary parties. Again, because there's no Parliament, it's got to include everyone. And I would say that the APNU has engaged the ALP. We have done work in the field with the ALP. We've had discussions, and I'm letting out a little speaker. We've had discussions even with the AFC and David Patterson about putting together an umbrella. And the only way that I see us dislodging the PPP come 2030 is with a broad coalition.
So when is the APNU coalition going to reach out to win? Have you tried not just win, but all like I said, we're speaking about reaching out to all political party, not just
Melissa. This thing about
it's technical. It's technical.
It is technical. I'm speaking here personally. I'm speaking on everything very technical. I can find it easy. Listen, we did a cleanup in Broad Street. I called the Honorable Simona Brooms about 8:30, and by 9 o'clock she's on spot. It is extremely technical sometimes with a number of players to get together. I understand that people want to see a kumbaya moment, everybody locked in arms. As it is, the next election is 2030. I will say, give the opportunity for that to be built. It's probably will not happen tomorrow. I can pick up, I see Darwin Best is on the call. I can pick up the phone, call Darwin, and get him out to join me in something tomorrow. But when you're trying to bring all, and I don't want to identify, but there are parties that said clearly that they will not form a coalition with the APNU because of A and B. And so for those parties now to move into a coalition or into this unity, they will have to change that approach. I'm not here to point my finger at any particular party, but I'm saying there are major players who said, hey, we're not going to get involved with the APNU because we're not going to get the Indian vote, or we're going to be accused of doing so, right? Mm-hmm. So this whole thing now of having this giant Kumbaya moment happen immediately, it's tricky. But ultimately, what I'm saying to you, and I'll repeat what I said to you, to remove the PPP from power in 2030, there will have to be some giant coalition. Second, in order to fight the PPP now, in relation to everything that is being done, we've seen them with the Teaching Service Commission, right? We've seen them, and I will directly connect the PPP to the fact that a leader of the opposition has not been elected. For us to fight them, it requires a broad alliance, not only of political parties. And this is what might make it easier, but also, as I agree with David, civil society actors joining that effort. And that is not there as yet. And I'm sure the APNU will be willing to join such a broad alliance to fight on. And remember, even as you were talking about the APNU, WIN, ALP, Forward Guyana, the AFC, each one of these parties has its own interests. Each one, the AFC wants to win power by itself at some point. The APNU, WIN wants to win, but you must remember that they are also competitors in the political field. So, but where those interests collide, such as holding the PPP accountable, right? I am sure that the APNU will be willing to cooperate with others in terms of holding the PPP accountable. And I can tell you within the next 48 hours, you will see, and I will speak to it then, an effort between elements of the APNU and civil society to hold the PPP accountable. It would be even better if it were a broader grouping, but we stand ready in a broad framework to work together. But let me remind everybody that it bringing everybody together when not everybody's interests are identical. It's a little tricky. It has to happen. It's a little tricky, and it will require, they must have some patience when it happens. As I said, prior to the election, there are political parties that said they were not going to work with the APNU. And so we got to give it a little time, and you'll see everybody come together. But the APNU has had discussions with the AFC. We have worked in the field with the ALP, and we stand ready to broaden that, to work in a broader framework in order to hold the PPP accountable.
Lisa.
All right, Doreen Best, good morning.
I'm going to jump out here now, though.
Okay, Terry.
Again, happy New Year to everybody who was on this live.
Good morning again. Happy New Year's to the viewers. Notice how I think I've told you this in the last live we were on. The effort and the energy that you put towards bringing a better Guyana, it's commendable. And Simone, if she's still alive, she can attest to this. I would have told her, I told Terrence, which she just confirmed. And I'm hearing this with you. Even with Amanza that just came off the line, where there might be some differences. What is important to me and VPAC is for Guyana to win. Not VPAC, not WIN, not AFC, not PNC, for the Guyanese people to win. So whatever it takes, I'm giving you this undertaking that we are willing, ready, and able to work with everyone for the sake of every Guyanese. So what I think is missing, and if you listen, to every comment that you heard, there's egos that people need to realize. Like,
Still egos. Yeah, still egos. Still egos.
like what we represent. I don't have to like Amanza, but I like what she represents. I don't have to like Win, but I like the fact that you understand what I'm saying? Put the ego aside. This is not about me. We're not going in a relationship to get married here. If we're going to fight for the people and the objective is the same, then who cares what our personal egos is? And I think that is the problem.
But here's what I want to know. How hard it is for somebody to just call a meeting and ask everybody to meet? It's that simple.
Melissa.
Like, how hard can that be?
Melly,
Melissa.
hold on, Melly, just 1 single minute. I mean, Lorette, I want, in fairness of the conversation, are you hearing me, Melissa? Lorette, you hearing me? Anybody
Yes,
hearing?
ma'am. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
In every fairness of the conversation, the letter that was read by Amanza is not addressing the question.
Sorry, Simona,
Hi?
please start back. We didn't hear you. I was answering on another. I was, sorry, replying to a message, forgetting that I'm on this other phone.
No, what I was saying, in fairness to the conversation and even for the viewers, the letter that was read by Amanza is not the one that is speaking to this broader question and what people are looking to hear as to a coming together and a meeting broadly about a coalition and working together. Amanza read a letter that was sent to persons in the parliament, very specific to the parliament, and you know they got these sectorial committees and who gonna put who on where and how they're gonna share it up and different things like that. And so the letter that Amanza read, and that is why it might come across even when David talked about working with broader persons, unlike Darwin, unlike Terence Campbell. The letter that Amanza read, and I was not trying to hush the conversation, but I was trying to, I didn't even realize I was off, to get you, Melissa, to ask the same specific question to all the, because outside of the parliament, whether the parliament is going on or not, the problem that is faced out there cannot be fixed in the parliament. You don't have the numbers to outweigh these people and all of that. So that is why I was making the point that everybody, and that's a question that you're asking, why is it so hard? And they all answering it, you know, egos. Just call a meeting and let we meet like that. No, it don't happen like that. And I'm not going to sit here on the call and tell you or allow you to believe that any one person is bad about that. So I just want to put that into context. It did not answer the question. It just speaks to, I write you that we meet on the matters going on in the National Assembly.
So I want to ask this question, right?
I got a question. While both you are former parliamentarian and Mr. Patterson, how do we accomplish anything in Parliament without submitting motions? And after those motions are submitted, like you rightly said, Simona, we don't have the numbers in Parliament. So it most naturally what is needed is unity. So if we have half the country calling and demanding, that can be, in my view, like Melissa rightfully said, that could be just as effective as going into Parliament, because going into Parliament without the numbers and not tabling any motion is almost like not going into Parliament at all. Do you agree with me?
But didn't you write a motion?
Simona.
Yeah.
Yes, let me say this. First, the comments, I like I heard Terence, I heard Darwin, I heard yourself and so forth. The mere fact that you initially start off thinking coalition, and you're thinking electoral coalition and those things like that, that's the sort of tenure in which I think that like maybe Terence is responding and those things like that. What I was not, I'm sure that most of your viewers are not even looking at it. They're looking for a collective response from persons that oppose what the PPP is doing. So for the word coalition, I think we should throw that away. We shouldn't be thinking about that. And then just to answer Darwin is to be the speaker, is a gatekeeper, right? And I can tell you from personal experience, I would submit myself personally submitted tons of motions, and it took a year for him to approve it. The submission of a motion is never ever, it's not automatic. It has to be submitted, and it has to be approved by the Speaker to be included for debate on by the Parliament. So going the route of the Parliament, while it's necessary representation and so forth, to try and force them to act correctly may not be the most effective way. One of the most effective ways, let's speak of leader of the opposition. What we should do as law-abiding, concerned citizens is all of us pen a letter to the international agencies that still hold the tenure of democracy important. You write to the Commonwealth Secretary General, because we're still under Commonwealth parliamentary system. So we write to the Commonwealth Secretary General and copy it to the other parliaments in the country that look, in Guyana, a so-called democracy, the meeting to elect a leader of opposition has not been held. Irrespective of the reasons, the leader of the opposition is a constitutional position, and that meeting should be held. I mean, if all of us write OAS, sign a joint letter to the OAS, Commonwealth Secretariat, the Parliamentary Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. There are other areas, there are other democracy institutes all around the world. We write them, start to internationalize our issues, you know what I mean? I know all politics is local, but at times we do need some external help. If all of us, irrespective of us having diverse views, irrespective of us not seeing eye to eye, irrespective of our personal egos, if that is an issue, that's right.
I see Dexter Todd is on the live. I'm going to try to add him to the call as well too. So let me just say this. I think
so these things we can start doing together on simple issues that we all agree on.
That will present a united front.
Yes, and then we can build from there.
And then you build from there.
You build from there.
I try.
Melissa.
Let me just say, I have been trying to add Azadine Mohammed, but they keep saying that he's currently at border market with the vendors. So I'm going to add Odessa or Hannah I'm going to add Odessa or Anna, whichever one comes on. Wait, Odessa's already here. I try adding Hannah to the call as a WIN representative.
No,
yes, I did try.
Melissa, I am not going to agree. We have taken a principle because this conversation we have the viewers, and I would love that we have the leaders with the conversation and finish. He will done. Everybody can come on and any party, but I would still want us to hear from these leaders, Melly Mel. I don't.
And that is what I was saying.
Use
Melissa, if I may, good morning to everybody listening. First of all, the leader of the opposition is Aubrey Norton, and the representative who spoke is Terence Campbell, sorry. And Terence, to the best of my knowledge, is the head of the parliamentary delegation. And so I do not foresee a problem, since Aubrey is not the person present here. For me too. If we are talking about, if you may allow me, Ms. Brooms, if we are here talking about bringing our parties together, while I understand the principal position that was taken, I do not foresee how having the person who is second in charge represent the leader of WIN, because he is unable to be here at this time. So in retrospect, what we are saying is let us not have a representative from WIN at all if the leader cannot be there. And that goes against the reason for us having this discussion, which to the unification of these parties as it relates to certain matters.
I disagree.
But I mean, you're free to disagree.
Yeah, hold me. Melissa, Madam Odessa, before you get
hold on.
call,
Let me, Simon Bruce, 1 minute. Let me hear Patterson. Patterson, what you're saying?
So, short call that you have, I haven't checked it there. You can see where the issue lies. I mean, it's a territorial issue. The whole discussion.
Listen, I just can't with the
listen
together, and you start to see leader who can talk and those things like that. I joined it, of course, and I thought, well, it's an opportunity to share opinions, as opposed to make decisions. And then maybe, who knows, we can have a commitment sometime down the future to have something formal to sit down or another topic or so. But at this stage, right, it's a question of sharing openly with your viewers opinions on how we can move forward. I made some, and we've now regressed back into who can represent and who can talk and who can talk. You know what I mean? And that is the question of putting our egos in check, because obviously on this live we can't make any decision that commits our parties to anything, and that we can make a decision as
all we are trying to do
continue to talk.
All we are trying to do is I've been trying to do all morning, and I've called all I did, as you can see, I've been ringing all the leaders for the small parties, for the parties, and I rang all the leaders. Everybody else answered except Mohammed. I attempted to join Hannah. I attempted to join Odessa. Some after I didn't get Mohammed, some other representatives, because people keep saying in the comment, oh, he's currently live at Border Market with the vendors or whatever. But all I'm trying to do, all we on this live, the 2,000 of us are trying to do, is try to get you guys to present a united front on issues that are currently facing all of us as Guyanese. We're not asking y'all to unite. We're not asking y'all to be a coalition. And I think Terrence may have mid-read where I said, oh, I'm not asking y'all to be a coalition or anything like that. I understand that at the end of the day, come 2030, APNU wants to go to parliament by themselves, WIN wants to go to parliament by themselves, AFC would like to redeem themselves, go to forward on whether they decide to join or not. I understand that everybody is fighting for their individual spot or whatever in parliament, whether they want to collate it come 2030 or not. But I'm speaking as of right now with what is happening. Can we get our political party, the people that we voted for, right? Because regardless of whether AP and AFC and Brooms and VPAT, regardless of whether they got a seat in parliament, there are people that still voted for them that deserve to be represented. So all I'm asking is, can we at least get these parties to come together on a unite, to just meet? Can we get the leaders of this party to just meet and decide what are, even if y'all just have to meet to decide, okay, this is what, like Patterson, you just suggested something, like you guys writing to these international committees, and each small party sign it, saying, well, we are going forward as a united front on this issue. We're going forward as a united front. We demand that an opposition leader must be appointed. All the political parties sign off that contested the 2025 elections, sign off on the letter. That is presenting a united. That is not working together or collating, but that is presenting a united front on issues that are currently facing us, because the PPP doing what they want and nobody doing anything, because they see that the opposition and the parliamentarians and these small parties are divided and they are loving it.
Melly, I want to clear before I come off the air. I just want to say to all the viewers, the only reason for me was just trying for us to hold the call to where we started from. So I want your viewers and everybody to forgive me. And Dave, it's not about locking out. We start this call and
saying that we will speak to leader, the leaders.
And we took an agreement, Melissa and Judge and myself and Otto, that we try for once to speak to the leaders. So David, is not about anything else. So I was just, even when she was saying Terrence, I was just saying Norton, because I was just trying to hold the goalpost, because I know when you're on these live, people come in after and they don't understand what is going on, then they start an attack, and then we move into all sorts of different things. So this was just a quick sample of that. And so the viewers and all in the comment section, and to David Patterson, that is the reason, because even when Laurette speak, I said, man, don't speak unless the leader is there. And it was wonderful that we got Amanda. After that, I was making clarity, just to upbeat people who were driving, joining the live, what was the question asked, and what was the letter all about. So it is not to contradict, to take away, to abuse, to interject into anybody speaking. We were just, and Melissa, you know that. So please repeat and so on to the viewers, so they understand why I was saying about the leaders, right? Coming out here. That's for the only reason.
Melissa, on the call also, I represent the common Guyanese, the regular day-to-day Guyanese. and I'm listening to everybody. Every leader that has spoken so far stressed the point that what is needed is coming together. No one, it's very hard for any one party to overthrow or clearly,
Mhm.
right? So my question as a common man is, if everyone understands this, why Melissa have to do a live to ask the political leaders to if it's that's so to me, to the common man, it is coming across as if it's all talks. Because if it was really intent behind it, this life would not have had to happen to begin with. So, just some clarity in that.
And you're right. There are talks going on. May I remind all on the live too? Terence alluded to it. Amanza read what she sent out to have talks to deal with Parliament and all of that. But I think what it is, and you're right, Lauren, and the answer is because of the egos. Why is it not the broader? And I think within every space, whether Terence was, you understood what he was saying, they will have their own little shortcomings. And he too was saying, listen, I'm not speaking from the party standpoint. But in it all, the layman and the man, which is you and anybody else, like everybody else, it must be a coming together. And I think at least the leaders must hear that. And that is a big call. And you have sounded the alarm for many persons, if I get you right. We don't want to hear all the bull nonsense. Just that we come together and know what you're coming together for. Melly Mel said, we said come together for collate and say you left your party or not. But is there one issue, two issue, three issues that you could come together on in one thing, right? And I think that is a good start and that is a good place. I hear
We
Melissa.
need to present a united front. Like I said, look what is happening. The PPP are basically doing what they want and saying, y'all do what y'all want to do about it. We can do what we want. Who holding them accountable? If everybody sign one thing, putting out individual, who holding them accountable? If they're small parties and parliamentarians and the leaders of these opposition are not presenting a united front on certain issues.
I mean, look how long election passed. We have an opposition
My
leader.
question.
The PPP
Yeah.
decided not to swear him in, and yet everybody's going on as if it's business as usual. This should stir up aggression in every single opposition leader to say, had it been me, we would not have been comfortable. So we are all against this. If you sit back and allow this today, then what tomorrow gonna look like? All today's silence is saying is that we can take whatever the PPP do we. And all the PPP head is, we can do what we want, who can stop we?
But Laura, you're right.
If I may,
With
if
Ben,
I may speak, Laura, I'm not sure if I can, but if I may,
Yeah, go ahead.
almost all of the opposition parties, to the best of my knowledge, have indicated publicly, whether it is via letter, on a live, during an interview, that they are opposed to the position that the Speaker of the National Assembly has taken. And I do agree that we should do more as a collective as it relates to the leader of the opposition. Additionally, I also believe that the magnitude of the discussion that is needed for any form of unification has to take place around the round table, not in the public space, because of course we will have disagreement.
Yeah, oh, that's not. But
that.
we, but
No,
the
no,
round
no,
the round
no,
table in meeting, y'all in meeting around the round table. We only talking in private behind the scene. So hence, we have to take the public space and call y'all out publicly.
No. I understand what you're saying, but if you may allow me, and I'm not saying the call out is a problem, don't get me wrong, but I am saying that this has to now move from where it is currently to another space. And my only issue is with, let us say we decide we're going to meet tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And Best, who is in charge, or there's the leader of VPAC, is unable to make that 1 o'clock meeting. However, he is able to send another representative. Are we therefore saying that we will exclude VPAC from the discussion in its entirety because the leader isn't present?
No, I don't think that is it. I think what they're saying is they want to hear if they are going to meet and the leader can't meet, then let's reschedule the meeting when the leader can show up to the meeting because we want to speak to the leader.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying that in terms of the leaders of these parties, in very many instances, these are extremely busy people. Terence travels a lot. You know, you have a lot of things going on. Well, Terence is not the leader, sorry. Aubrey travels as well. What if that person isn't there? Are we therefore saying that we're not inclined to have a representative? Because no leader of any party can go into a space on all these matters and definitively make a decision as it relates to anything. They will still have to come back and to meet with the group and to have discussions with their respective groups. And then you meet again to say, you know what, this is the position of the party. Or are we saying only the position of the leader alone matters without engaging the party and without engaging their people to hear how they feel on these matters? So I'm saying, all I'm saying is, that there will have to be engagements with the leader of these parties as well as with their people, and then they will come back and we will settle on things. There are certain things you can settle on immediately. There is no if, buts, or maybes. The parties already know what their position is on those matters. And so they could definitively say yes to this, yes to that, without even having to go to consultation, because they have already spoken with their party members or the executive of their party on these issues, so they can come
But
back.
Odessa, a Zoom meeting, we get technology. A Zoom meeting can't exclude the leader of the party. If he can't make it, he can join via. If he's out of the country or in the country, he can join via Zoom. It's that easy.
Listen, also what I'm
His physical presence is not the only thing. What if you're in a meeting? What if you have a, because this is
But that's those are excuses. I sorry, but I really can't take that as a
I have a question.
Mm-mm.
I have a question.
excuses for anybody, but I'm just making the point that if we're talking about inclusivity and unity in terms of parties, because there are things, there are engagements that people have that they may not be able to get out of based on the scheduled time.
But then we schedule a time when they can get out of whatever. If it's important enough, if meeting to decide on a country that people elected you to run and voted for you, if it's important enough, then they will make time to meet. They will make the time to meet. Because nothing can more important than what the people of Guyana is going through, and they need your attention. Then if it's important enough, you will make the time.
That part.
You have to make the time as the leader of the opposition. You have to. I can't take them excuses. You have to make the time. If it's important enough to you.
I don't disagree that you have to make the time. I'm just trying to understand that if there is anything that forbids, for example, as Adine has scored, if the time that everybody else is comfortable with minus he is that time, then what? We say we exclude somebody. I'm just trying to understand.
No.
I think she said we schedule.
I understand. I understand.
I think what the people are saying, they
Mm-hmm.
want the leader to meet with the other leader. It is time. We want the leader. We don't want to send a representative. We want to send the PR person. We need the leader to have discussion with the other leaders. If he wants the second in charge to come with him, it's fine. If everybody else wants to bring the second in charge and they want to have this meeting, that is perfectly okay. But they need to hear from the leader. They need the leaders to come together. They want to hear from the leader. This is not a matter of...
I understand and I don't disagree, but I was just trying to understand in its entirety what we're looking at. And I have no qualms with it whatsoever. Azadine has made himself available for meetings with other leaders and members of other political parties. In the past, I don't foresee him not making himself available for any meeting of any sort.
In the future. But that's what we want here. We want to know that that's what basically we ask. We want to know that they're actually at least willing to meet, to have a discussion on what they're going to present a united front with, while still trying to maintain their individual. Because we are like Terence said, everybody it comes 2030, everybody going up with their own political party. So at the same time, they still want to maintain do the own work, do the own thing and stuff.
Melissa, Dr. Campbell said he said maybe. But he said 2020. The only how we see the PPP being dethroned is by, excuse me, a broader coalition. So he, or don't let me use the word coalition, but Melissa, thanks for answering the question, because, you know, it's also frustrating. And that's why just now, even with Terrence, he ain't got to come around and say, speak from a personal standpoint. But it's very, very important, the point that you've made. When people go there and vote, many times they vote for the leader, the person. And none of us, you know, we can't be too busy. I think it's big people. You can't make it like you say, you fix the next date. You can't be too busy, because when we go there at election times and on the campaign, we don't sell it how we're going to be busy.
You have to lead on the leader here. We have.
All right, good morning. So I finally was able to get the leader of the opposition here. Azadin Mohammed, he's on the call. As I don't know if you've been tuning in, I don't know if you've heard, but this is just something random. Sorry for not giving nobody a heads up, but we have been trying to get all the leaders of the opposition party to come on a call and to have a discussion as to why is it basically what we're trying to do, what people have been asking is, why is it that the leaders of all these small parties and the opposition, which means this is Doreen Best for VPAT, Amanda was on the call earlier. Amanda said she is willing and she's ready to work. The Honorable David Patterson, he basically said the same thing. Simona Brooms is on the live and she said the same thing. I think the problem is everybody is reaching out to somebody else but excluding one party. Then this party can invite two parties, exclude the other two. But what we're saying, when is it all the parties are going to come together? Because the PPM behaving nice right now in Guyana. We're currently living in a dictatorship. When is it Azadin Mohammed, Darwin Bess, David Patterson, Simona Brooms, Amanza Waltron, and Aubrey Norton or Terence Campbell? I forgive me, I know how the dynamic. Odessa just correct me that technically Terence Campbell is not, but I don't know. But whichever what slash, when is it yourself, Azadin Mohammed, Doreen Bess, the Honorable David Patterson, Aubrey Norton, Simona Brooms, and Amanza Waldron are going to come to the round table to discuss a way forward and representing Guyanese, the Guyanese that voted for y'all, how much ever people, when are y'all going to decide on meeting at the round table and having this discussion? Because we cannot go, I mean, talking about 2023 and what is going to happen with a grand coalition. We ain't talking about a coalition or anything. But when is this discussion going to happen? Who is going to make the first move? Who is going to write the letter inviting everybody to a meeting? Who is going to pick up the phone and call each other? Look, me, I get everybody number in my phone. Who is going to put everybody in a group call like this and say it's time to meet? Let's meet. Let me add Norton to this call. Hold on. Somebody add Norton to the call for me. David Patterson, you're on. If you can add in Doreen Best, if you can just add Norton to the call. Let me try to add him too. Whoever first can do it for me without me coming out of the call.
He's allowed.
I already did.
Okay, thank you.
So you see what's Melissa, and good morning, folks, all again. So I see that I hope you see the challenges. You hear just the question of meeting who can talk. It's a challenge, but as I'm saying, this is, we have to approach this in a wider, broader perspective. I know right now.
Yeah, but I understand the challenge is not just about who can talk. I understand Simona Broom's point, and I understand what Odessa is also saying. I understand both points. Yeah.
You mean it's just a question? I mean, I see no harm.
Mm-hmm. No, I know, but I understand both. I understand both points. Mm-hmm.
Everyone who's interested, political parties, civil societies, individual advocates, whatsoever.
We are calling Norton. Hopefully, he comes on the call.
Is the leader win on the call?
All right. Yeah, Azadin Mohammed is on the call. Good morning, Azadin.
Allow him to speak.
Hi. Good day, everyone.
Good morning. So we are on the live, just letting you know we're live on Facebook, and this is the discussion that we're having right now.
Yeah, so basically the issue is the government, the president and the vice president, they have Mansour Nadir like a puppet, the Speaker of the House. He is a stooge of the PPP, right? This is a dictatorship government we're living under. They don't want
to convene the meeting. I wouldn't say Mr. Mansour Nadir, I would say the president and vice president. They don't want to convene the meeting so that the non-governmental members can elect the leader of the opposition. I know for sure when that time comes, we will get the support from Mr. Mansour and the APNU because there is only one presumptive leader of the opposition presently. We have the most seats. So even if they vote against me, we still have more seats than the APNU and the Amanza's party. And I saw they wrote letters in support of me. But the problem is we need to get the Speaker of the House to convene the meeting so that we can elect the leader of the opposition.
So again, let me ask you this as when is it fine? I think Odessa made that point. I think Darwin Best made that point. Patterson made that point. Simona Brooms as well made that point. That they have, Amanza made that point too. That they have written letter and they have stated publicly that they're calling on the Speaker of Mansour Nadir to call Parliament so that they can elect an opposition leader. However, we are asked, basically what we want to know is if you, Azadeen Mohammed, I should have made the question shorter. When are you, Azadeen Mohammed, willing to meet with Darwin Best, David Patterson, Aubrey Norton, Terence Campbell, Simona Brooms, and Amanza Waltron to discuss a way forward? Because writing letter demanding in working right now. Are you willing to meet with them are you willing to facilitate a meeting with the rest of the opposition members to discuss a way forward or how we all are going to work together moving forward as it relates, not a coalition. We're not asking you to collate with the APD or form a coalition. But when are you willing to meet to have this discussion?
No, you can get them now and I could meet in 5 minutes after this call.
Well, some of them, you see, well, that's what Odessa was saying too. That's why I said I understand Odessa's point as well, because Odessa was saying. So Simona Brooms is out. I know for a fact Simona Brooms is here in the US right now. So she won't be able to meet it. Amanza is in transit now, about to get on a plane, so she won't be able to meet.
But he's willing in the future.
But he's willing to meet.
Yeah, I meet with any and everyone. So I can meet now. I'm available now. I can meet next minute.
Okay, so we can't set the meeting from next minute like Odessa have been saying. But can we hold, what about sometime next week?
We can meet anytime.
So you're available at any time?
Yeah.
So you hear? The opposition leader said he is available at every time. So Honorable David Patterson, Darwin Best, Simona Brooms, Terence Campbell, Aubrey Norton, he said he's available to meet at any time.
Melissa, can you let them know that from the common man's perspective, it seems as though it's a lot of ego. So when they meet, hopefully all egos are stripped so that
and all egos are set aside. We have a problem y'all had in the past. Who say what about who do this, who do that? When y'all go through the door for the meeting, put all of that aside. And this is what we're doing going forward. This is the presented front that we're taking.
I am prepared to sit publicly. I am prepared to meet with everyone and put all what was said aside and put Guyana first to work with all of the opposition.
Simona Brooms, do I?
Anytime.
David Patterson. Honorable David Patterson.
I thought I started off by saying that I thought that we should have a elective thing, and that was an indication from, as soon as I came on. But we will see. We will meet.
We will meet. Okay. So you're willing. So Simona Brooms. Hello, Simona Brooms.
Hi. I was far from the phone. Yeah, Melissa.
Sorry. So everybody else here is giving the go ahead. Well, Amanza was on audio. She said she's willing to meet. So basically everybody said the Honorable David Patterson, he represents AFC. Azadeen Mohammed here, he's here for WIN. Darwin Best is here for VPAT. Simona Brooms, you are here for ALP. Amanza Support Guyana Movement. Everybody is saying that they are willing to meet. We just want to hear from you publicly confirming that yes, you are willing to meet.
Well, like I said, I was one of the first persons, and yes, I answered that. But I said earlier too that even while that is on the board, I don't know for me to ask for a request also this matter that is taking place with Venezuela, airspace shutting down and all of that. You have some of the giant players, and how they're available. It would be
how they are available. But you can meet, you can do it
I
via Zoom
can.
if that's the case.
That is the point I was just going to tell you. You said I'm not there, but technology and
Technology. Good.
you
You
know,
see, Simone is even willing to
technology,
meet via Zoom.
technology. You know, once you got internet, you got connection.
Somebody add Norton. Let me see if I get Aubrey Norton here again. Adding again. Adding the Guyana number, the US number. It's ringing, but it's not.
Well, it's Sunday.
Yeah, because we need to. It's time the people of this country, throughout all 10 regions, we need to stand up and speak out against this dictatorship government.
I agree.
Hold on, let me get.
Right.
All right, so let me see if I can get back Terran since I'm not giving Aubrey just to jump.
Terrence can't make the decision. He said it earlier that he's speaking personally. Please get it from Aubrey.
Aubrey, we need to get the go ahead to
go
meet
back
from
to square
Aubrey.
one. And we have the leader here. You hear what Mr. Mohammed is saying. So please send what's his name a message. Even if we off the live, you could still send him a message. And
yeah, this time.
All right, so we need Aubrey. We need Aubrey. We need Aubrey agreement. He's still well. Technically, yes, he's still.
But we have a start. You have a start.
We have a start here, Blooms. We get 5. We have. We good. Mm-hmm.
So let the perfect be enemy of the good. Mm-hmm. You are unable to, for whatever reason, I do assume that you can't get Mr. Norton move forward.
So
opposed to be installed because you haven't gotten the perfect response immediately.
So what I will do, I will try to when I come out this live, I will continuously try to make contact with Aubrey Norton. And for those of you who are wondering, oh, but you didn't think, yes, me and Aubrey Norton, we've spoken after all the back and forth on Facebook. I've had a conversation with him. We did speak. Terrence Campbell facilitated that conversation between us. You know, I explained my point, he explained his, and we, you know, we have agreed to let bygones be bygones. So yes, I did speak with Aubrey Norton outside of all of the back and forth. So yes, I will try to reach out to him personally after I come off the live, and hopefully he agrees to this meeting, whether it's virtually or in person, and we can get this done, because we cannot sit back. We cannot sit back and allow the PPP to continue to behave and do it. We can't allow it. We cannot allow them to continue to do this. And they love the fact that the parties are divided, so that is why they continue to do what they're doing. So I must say, Honorable David Patterson, thank you very, very much. I appreciate Darwin Best. Mohammed, I appreciate you even just coming and giving and agreeing to say something, because I didn't give anybody a heads up. Y'all could have cost me. Y'all didn't. Y'all agreed to come on. Y'all agreed to have this very important conversation. I will hope that this live will stay up, so that, you know, thousands of Guyanese can see that, you know, we have come to an agreement here today. It's a way forward. It's we take a step forward. And hopefully I'm praying and hoping that I can know that's all I could do right now. Pray and hope that this is a start of something. You know, this is a start of a movement, of a fight, whatever we want to call it. And I'm hoping that this works, and we hopefully by next week or sometime we could start seeing a united front, or I shouldn't say united front, but a united movement for the people of Guyana.
Melly, may I have one question?
Yes, please.
I have one for all the leaders then. When you say united front, the leaders need to start uniting their supporters first.
On particular issues. United and coalition is two different things. We're not asking for a coalition. We're asking them for them to present a united front on issues that are very much concerning to all Guyanese. And the first thing,
I love that. But then if we don't have the supporters can support each other despite of what political party, because if could come in, they could be tearing down other leaders and cussing other leaders, all because they say something or doesn't they don't agree with. We can start say, hey, let me jump up and do a big unite, because you understand me. Then on the other hand, the PPP is going to start as what they're doing already in Guyana. They start buying everybody. As you rightfully said earlier, they're buying everybody. So if the people of Guyana, the leaders can come together, that's beautiful. But it's the people to unite them and bring them together. That's what we
Well, that
want
is
in.
true. But that is true, George. But first, let's start with the leaders. At
Yeah,
least let's
yeah.
start with the leaders. They will set the example, and then in that case, then I said, then it's the responsibility, and any one of the leader in this life can correct me if I'm wrong. Then it's the responsibility of activists like myself and others with huge social media platform to present and promote this united front as well, because we don't just have a huge platform or a big platform for just having its sake. There's responsibility that comes, and if we as social media personality, influencers, activists, whatever it is y'all want to call us, if we have a huge platform and we have influence over others, then we as well need to present a united front. We as well need to promote and educate our followers and the people that are looking up to us as to why it's important for us to present a united front regardless of our political differences.
But
Yeah,
you know,
and also, Melimel, I want to see political leaders calling out on the supporters also. Because if you're talking about ego, not every time you say something about PNC, somebody else is ready for cuss you out. Now you say something, yes, everybody want to say what they want to say, but
Well,
then
that
this
is
is
the
the
thing. That is
thing.
politics. We're going to always agree to disagree. You can. That's not a
But
problem
then,
that we
but
can
then,
fix
Melimel,
today,
how can you
tomorrow, the
bring?
next day.
How the leaders can actually bring everybody to say yes, we're gonna have this unite front. How they
Mhm.
can do it? Because the supporters, oh, me and like she, and me and like you, and me and like you. Because we could have a unite front. We could have a unite front. A unite front should have been there from the beginning. But I was saying, everybody and the supporters have a different ego among people. They cuss people out. Oh, I don't like you, and I don't think you should do this with you, and I don't think you should do that with you. So there's what we're talking about. Is it disrespect?
um, I mean, Judge, I hear both of you, and let me say, even for this morning, a lot of time people talk about they want to have broader just conversations publicly. Sometimes a live is going on and people join the live after. Look, for
Mhm.
example, this morning, and you're making a point or you're trying to hold to clarity. You hearing me? You guys?
Yeah, I'm hearing
Yeah.
you.
And you're holding now for clarity and to keep the persons who might now jump on aligned to the conversation. Then also, the people of themselves sometimes jump on. And like Judge is making the point, people believe that the only way is just jump or they cuss down this body and this and that and that. That is not, indeed, it's not helpful. It's not helpful to any growth. It's not helpful to your leader. It's not helpful to the country. You understand? Because if you are alive and you just allow people to run with whatever without even giving them clarity, then why have the conversation? Why have the conversation?
Well,
Right?
Simona Brooms and everybody on all else on this live, I will not even. I'm a very straight up person, and I'm not even going to say I am one of those persons. I am one of those persons who, from time to time, will call out bullshit and cuss people and all kind of thing. So I don't feel I'm the best person to be judging in a position like this. Me in sanctioning in this, I am sitting from a position that I cannot speak from the position that I am sitting on, because y'all know how I be sometimes. So I ain't even sanctioning in this conversation, Judge, but I understand where you're coming from. I just really can't, really can't. And I'm going to give you an example in the case with Lauret, in the case with what's his name that does was ring the bell, was Sherrod, in the case of Sherrod Duncan and Odessa with the whole parliament thing and calling her out her name. And so I came on the internet and I called Sherrod out. I love Sherrod. I still love Sherrod. Sherrod is still my brother, but I can call you out publicly if I think that, this is not what you should be doing. I can call you out publicly whether Sherrod decide to talk to me or not again. Me really care. I don't call you out. I don't say how I feel. You say how you feel. We done. You want to carry the grudge over. I still love you as my brother. We still in the same fight. We still fighting for the same thing. But I just can't. Sometimes I just can't. I mean, yeah, and I know, and it's kind of a little hypocritical too, because I'm just speaking about using your platform to promote a united front and them thing, and then I'm still talking about what I did in the past. But it's kind of a little ticklish. It's a little ticklish situation for me, and sometimes you gotta understand I've been doing this for a very long time, and it's frustrated, and I'm tired, and I just want leaders and other parliamentarians to pick up the mantle and present the united front, fight for the people, move on.
All right. Well, like everybody.
Minister, sorry, I have to leave now.
Okay, that is fine. We already heard from you. And like again, I said from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure everybody else on this live, thank you very much, Honorable David Patterson. I appreciate you. Thank you for doing this. Thank you. I can't say thank enough. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for even,
And good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, viewers, and let's see where we go from here.
I pray for your auntie. That is it.
I mean,
okay, thank you.
Okay, David. I saw one in the somebody in the comment section saying that they see that it could be
all right, wait, all right. Brooms, hold on. Odessa, you were saying something?
Oh man, I ain't see one.
Saying that since the leader is here, I would take my exit. But I wanted to say that I appreciate this being able to speak on this forum, and I also believe that a WhatsApp group should be formed so that a time, date, and place, or if it is going to be done via Zoom, could be decided upon among
excellent suggestion. Do we need excuse me, but do we need a mediator within this group, or could we trust the six leaders to just be in this group and just set this meeting? So when things fall out, we come back and say this one they said on the one said on the one said on. We ain't want no
Melly, these are big people and leaders.
Yeah, let's big man. Yeah, let's big people, man.
No, we need a mediator for.
I suggest as the opposition leader in waiting, I suggest you form this group. That is it, and y'all go from there.
Yes.
Story done. Y'all don't need me. Y'all don't need Odessa. Y'all don't need nobody else. As more, y'all get one another number. Form the group. No. Odessa, excellent suggestion. That is exactly yes.
Odessa, Melly, Judge. You think if Azzy didn't want to get on to me, you could mediate?
Exactly.
No.
One another.
Listen, back up yourself, Lil. It's accident upon the call, you know. Somebody said the senior Odessa can't read. Odessa got a right to speak. Odessa's my sister's daughter, but Odessa got a right to speak. Somebody in the phone don't understand. You have to have respect for people in their space. But honesty gotta come. If we got to disagree and agree, I don't see there's a problem. And so there's when I was talking about, so if you got to disagree, I'm one of the person I'm going to tell you. It means you got to agree with me. But I think what Judge was trying to talk about is...
Me getting any problem neither. They disagree to agree them, they know one another.
If I got to tell her that's something, she got back up herself same way. I mean, what is it? People believe like, I don't know, and I don't know what politics or anything, Guyana, like everything. I mean, you must, if you disagree, and to agree. But I don't believe as leaders, you have leaders here and want mediators.
True.
We must have truth. If we come into the Guyanese people and to the world, we got the truth start with us. It's a simple. And then you take it from there.
No problem.
All right, when you come off this call in Darwin Best, I suggest that Azadin Mohammed, you create a WhatsApp.
I think this should be personal. You know, we should all be in the same room, not on Zoom. At least the first meeting. If people want to see, like, you know, no phones are allowed, whatever the rules are, the two should be in the same room, hash it out, and then we find a way forward.
Well,
honestly, I'm about to take my exit. Thank you very much for having me on the call. I'm sure when the group is formed and all the leaders are there, they could decide how they want to meet, where they want to meet, who they want to meet with. That is be had within the group. Thank you very much. Do have a blessed rest of the day, and I take my leave. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate you. Have a good day, and happy New Year to everybody here. Bye bye.
So as and Mohammed, and Darwin is still on the call. So Simona said something. I'm about to end this live now. I'm supposed to start cooking now. It's 12 o'clock already. So like no food.
I don't really there for dinner.
You don't really there for dinner. So I got to worry this pot in 1 hour now.
I don't eat late. I never tell you to be on the live. I never tell you.
I didn't.
Happy New Year to everyone, and may God bless you.
Again,
you guys safe.
Thank all of you for joining Darwin Best.
No, Melly, Azadin speaking.
Who you said as?
No, I said to everyone on the live, including you, I appreciate you, all you have done for the Guyanese people, being the voice for the voiceless.
Thank you.
I know the victimization out there. I'm experiencing it for years. I know what you're going through. Keep on fighting for the people. I
I
appreciate
will, as
you.
long as y'all continue to fight with me. I could only fight if y'all fight with me. I can't fight this fight alone. I need all y'all. I need everybody that was on this live. Everybody agreed to meet Simona Brooms. Everybody. I can't fight alone. I can't do it alone.
No problem. Well, you don't have to worry. I will fight with my last breath. You know this too. You know I'm a fighter. I don't back down. To everyone on the live, Happy New Year, and I love you all. Thank you for the support, and may God bless you and keep you safe.
All right. Darwin, anything before you go?
Happy New Year to everyone. Looking forward to continue fighting for the Guyanese people. And like as would have just said, Melly, continue what you're doing. You've been standing up. You've been facing a lot of victimization because of what you've been doing. And I don't feel no one should be victimized for exposing what the truth is. When someone enters into a public office as a government minister, a government a president, they should acknowledge and understand that space allows you to be criticized and to be viewed in the public. So no one should be victimized. So we will continue to stand with you, and I hope that everything that was agreed to today becomes a reality where we can all stand together and fight for all of Guyana. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you. Simona,
Yeah,
anything before we go?
let me thank also not only yourself but Judge. And you know there are other persons, but I want to because the two of you on this call, and Judge was a part of this whole call. We fight for this call for this morning, and then Judge just sit down there like innocent, like a pity poor boy, right? But and Judge was one of the spokes. All of you pushing the fire over them.
All of we, that's what I say. Real thing.
Let me thank you, Melly. Let me thank Judge because a lot of times, and don't get me wrong, people must have their different opinions and all of that. I am going to repeat everything, regardless of how people view and everything. It's not the first time I'm saying that I'll be here for Guyanese and Guyanese in truth, right? In truth. I'm not going to, even if it pleases or people see or want what is not truth. And I think that is a good place for us as a place and as a people.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're there and it's truth, people comfortable. You can get growth, we can get solutions, and things will happen.
Things will happen.
I think sometimes it's not really a magic thing. Of course, it's different people, it's different personalities. And I think it is good when you have challenges. It's just how you deal with it. So I don't believe in meeting and you talk with people. And since you're here, we want to hear you run out there crying like a crybaby. No, it's okay. It's okay. And it's leadership, it's politics, it's a country, it's a nation and all of that. But once you can hold the truth, this is a bigger picture, which is people in Guyana. It will work. I don't like to say you come off the call and then you're going to go on here and you're gone there because I hold to the Bible, will come out your mouth. So anything that is truth and better for Guyana, I love it. I am here. The only reason I'm in the political space is to be and to maintain that voice and the voice of truth. And truth is not when it's somebody like my voice or they accept it. So I want to thank Judge and I want to thank you. And I thank also the viewers, because we have some people who might not comment nor might not be,
but they are listening.
But they are listening, and they too in their own space will start to make and do things also, because I believe if it's one thing in common we all got is we want to see that good change for all Guyana and Guyanese people. And so to the viewers, even those that are silent, I want to thank you for your contributions and how you've been doing things. And you're right, sometimes to navigate in silence it's better. Like Melly said, don't get into the personalities and so forth on Facebook and there's a lot of fake out here sometimes. But thank you. We thank the persons. That's all I would really want to say generally. And I think at time this most important thing that all of us we should look at coming together on, like I said earlier, is this situation that is taking place with Venezuela and how we are affected. Because we could do and say so many different things, but this matter here is one that it's beyond us. And I would hope, that you know, we pay attention, and we come together and meet and have not only discussions. I too am going to write the government again, um, as soon as I return home, like I do. Not only at the beginning, I'll write the government to meet on national issues, because the government is the government, and I don't think they should be allowed to do, not by me writing or bringing things to them. They have to meet with me, but sometimes even if they implement it, once people benefit from it,
Want
they could
people
own it.
benefit from.
They could own it. But once people benefit from it, Guyanese, to deal with poverty, to deal with the rights of workers, to deal with your housing plights, to deal with all sorts of things. The government is there holding a responsibility with all its state and its asset. And I, like I said, I'm going to write them again to continue to seek to engage with them, to ensure that a lot of these problems that you see we talking about and facing, to see. My idea is, when the blueprint is not writing solution and give them. Somebody said, don't take it the thief and copy. No, 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 no. One's benefit. One's guides benefit. And so we on that mission here. Um, in the LP, I don't have to say what I have done, and people know me. But
So thank you, Simona Brooms, again. Like, you know, myself, me, you've been in this fight for a long time. You've been in this fight before me. I grew up hearing about Simona Brooms and human trafficking and being awarded and all these things. So you know for a fact you are one of those persons that I've always looked up to. I've always think, and I know for a fact that you are one of those persons that I can say have genuinely had my back throughout everything that, you know, I've been through and I've been going through under the PPP. You've genuinely had my back, and I must say this publicly. Simona Brooms is a real one. She has genuinely always had my back. For that, I could never, ever, ever be ungrateful. I will always appreciate you. I will always, like, I just come on me live and tell you, I don't care who don't like share. No Simona Broom slander will be allowed. Not on me page, not on my book, not in my presence. For that, I must say, you know, thank you. I ain't even got to tell them the amount of things that you do behind the scene and all of that. Don't worry, enough of them will just come here and make Facebook, write Facebook status and them kind of thing. When it's time for go to battle, there's only a few that is actually go to battle for you. And Simona Brooms is one of those person that actually went to battle for me. I can tell you that. So for that, I'm forever grateful. Lauren, I'm going to add you for you to say your goodbye, and then I'm going to come off this live. I'm going to cook the woman fish curry.
Judge, say goodbye.
Judge Boo Boo.
I'm the
Where
judge.
you going?
Me, no?
Simona? Lauren?
Somebody said Judge Vex.
Which judge?
Nah, Judge no vex. Judge must be going and do something. Lauren, you want to say something before we go?
No, I really want to say it was when I come on, I did not expect the life to take the turn it did. And I'm honestly speaking honored to have been a part of this or just even listening. And I really hope that this live sparked a movement in our nation's history and one that people will remember for a long time, especially those who are tired of victimization, people who are tired of feeling like a small man that nobody knows. Not when our country has the largest booming economy, not when we're making 10 million US dollars per day and we still got homeless and homeless mothers and children that wish they had somebody to provide for them. You know what I mean? I really hope we come to a place where we could see our politicians behaving as though they're public servants and they have people who have voted them in there to defend their interests also and not just their own. And I truly am saying this because I am tired of my friends saying to me, man, Lord, man, what you want me do? If me go for the people, who will take care of me family? A lot of people don't genuinely care about supporting the PPP, but they feel as though no one else is looking out for their interests. So they have to go where they believe the money is coming from. But I'm saying we have enough money in our nation. We have enough money to say nobody ain't got to bow to nobody. Nobody ain't got to play second fiddle. Nobody ain't got to bend over backwards. You could be a citizen who is able to criticize and call on your government and call out your government when they're here. And that should not stop you from elevating your career or being victimized in these things. You know what I'm saying? So I trust that this live really sparked the change that is necessary. So Melly, thank you again for this live. And I just honestly want to say publicly, Melly, please sabotage my friends them. You know I love you bad. Please sabotage my friends them. You just say you're working on yourself. You just set up. You just set up.
Yeah, but Loretta also said if you saw my post, my new some of my New Year's posts, I also said that I really don't want talk name in 2026. Hence the reason for me calling all the opposition leader and getting them on one cap. Me never talk Terrence name and talk Mohammed name and talk Amanda name and talk Broom's name. No, let all of we talk together. I never talk name for this new season. I will call out the I will I can promise, I mean, and I understand, Loretta, I sense you want to say something, but you really can't say it when you say genuinely some of your friends don't want to support the PPP, but they don't have a choice because where the next meal coming from and what, you understand? But Laura, the truth is some of them, they had a choice. Some of them had choices. They could have, some of them got choices, but they want easy money. So I don't really see that as an excuse. But however, from speaking from a place of understanding, I understand where you're coming from, and I will try my best, because I love you, Lorette. We've had our differences, we work it out, but I will try my best to, I can't say stop, but curb how I approach the situation in the future. Is that good
I
enough?
love that. Yes, I love that. It's a start.
Okay. It's a
It's a
start.
start.
We ain't going by Sheriff January 17, though. Not another. If it was another venue, I could have said, "Man, yeah, go out and take 2 beers." But we ain't going by Sheriff. Me supporting no racist. Me supporting nobody that has no respect for black people. Me supporting nobody that victimize people. Me supporting nobody that don't pay the war cause. I can't be fighting for poor people and going to put money in sheriff pocket when he ain't even pay any security guards. And I can't promote them, man. Oh man, you asking me to be untrue to myself.
So we gotta change venue, we can get support.
Change the venue and I could do something.
Okay.
I ain't able to lie to you. Simone Brooms, I love you bad. I'm gonna start cooking food.
Yeah, I love some more music. Melly, see if you, before you come out the light, see if you can do a thing on when you're done the curry, freeze it and send something to Hawaii in the 2-day shipping.
How about you come to New York?
I come in. Wait, hold on, Melly. Look, you inspired me, Melly. Look.
Wait.
Facebook mightn't understand this, but Melly and the TikTok is gonna understand it.
Where's the Lauren. And speaking about, we telling leaders but common group call and all kind of thing. Me, you, and the people that I mentioned, we need to get our own group call because we need to sort out this girlfriend export thing that we were speaking.
Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Why yeah. Ooh yeah. Oh yeah. Look, I'm fed up with the oppositions and all of the small parties. Look, we came from 2025, why into 2026? And the Guyanese people can't see no unity. You guys have to come together in one harmony. You can have a minority to win a majority, or to beat the PPP. The poorer class of Guyanese people are going through brutality. Just because you guys don't have no unity, I am calling on the wind. AP Henu, Simonia Brooms, Amanza, and all other small parties. The Guyanese people are calling on guys to have some unity. That's the only way the poor people and Guyanese could be free in this country. Ooh, you guys really need unity. Ooh, unity. The poor people can't take it no more. They just need to be free. The other small parties and position, please, can you guys see? Remove your egos so the poor people can see and feel free in this country we call GT.